Do you guys know about these white blood cells, which are primary defense mechanism of your body? If you take these white blood cells or WBC and you put them in an environment that is enriched with alcohol, they are going to produce very little virus fighting molecules against viruses like HIV virus. But if you put the same WBC in an environment which is neutral, which is not filled with alcohol, they can produce a lot of these virus fighting molecules to fight up the viruses like HIV. Now, I want to give you a very simple analogy. The viruses like HIV is your personal world, is your external three-dimensional reality filled with a lot of negative events and situations. WBC is yourself, and these special virus fighting molecules is your emotion of anxiety, worry, panic attacks, concern. Now, if you want to produce less emotions that are related to anxiety, worries, concern, panic attack, you must put yourself in an environment enriched with alcohol. I do not mean to say that you need to drink a lot of alcohol in order to produce less emotions of anxiety, worries, and panic attack. This is an analogy. You must understand that. What alcohol represents in this analogy is a very deep understanding. It is a very deep spiritual understanding of Maya, of the concept of Maya. Maya is a yogic concept, which means that your external reality, your personal reality, is an extension of your mind. Your personal reality is Maya. It is a magical lie. It is an illusion because it is just a projection from your own subconscious mind. Mind has two components: your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Subconscious mind has the 95% of your mind. The programs that are written in this subconscious mind controls the external events in your life. Now, if you are put in this alcohol, if you can completely understand this principle that your external circumstances, that your physical reality is controlled by your mind, is an extension of your mind, then what you will also understand is that because your body is physical, is a physical aspect of your world, you can control whatever happens in your body through your mind. If right now you're waking up with a lot of heart palpitation and sweating, and you have anxiety, you have a lot of tight knots in your body owing to worries, concern, owing to panic attacks, then you just need to write new programs in your subconscious mind. Unfortunately, your subconscious mind has a bad program written in it. Who wrote these programs? Well, you have to understand that when a child is born and he is up to the age of 8, he is producing theta brainwaves. Theta brainwaves puts a child into a very hypnotizable mode. The child becomes very suggestible whenever he is producing theta brainwaves. And for 7 years, he is just completely hypnotizable. All the emotional patterns he absorbs from his parents, from his society, from his schooling, all the limiting belief, all the thinking patterns, all of them are going to go right into his subconscious mind. And then he grows up to become a member of the society. Do you think that child is going to be a sick person or a healthy person? Because this society is primarily sick. Everyone has a lot of bad emotional patterns, a bad limiting belief patterns. That child is obviously going to grow up to become a sick member of the society, an ordinary member of the society who is just like any other person. Anxious, worried, panic attacks. Now, you might ask yourself, hey, why do I have panic attacks and none of my friends have it? Because there is such a thing called idiosyncrasy. Maybe you react to these emotions a lot, but those people also are suffering with these kinds of emotions. They have not exploded with panic attacks yet, But fortunately, you have exploded with panic attacks, and now you're exposed to this information which can completely transform your life. Not only it is going to heal your life out of panic attacks, you can now become a magnet for all the wonderful circumstances in your life. Now, to overcome your panic attacks, I've already told you that you need to write new programs in your subconscious mind. But what you have to understand is between conscious mind and subconscious mind, there is a portion called analytical portion of your brain, of your mind. This is the reason why affirmations like I am happy, I am calm, I am relaxed are not going to go into your subconscious mind, because your analytical mind is going to say bullshit. You're not happy, you're not calm, you're not relaxed. It knows, right? This is the reason why yogis have devised meditative practices in order to completely destroy this analytical mind so that they can program their subconscious mind by using their conscious mind. The way to completely destroy your analytical mind is through Yoga Nidra. People like Dr. Andrew Huberman have been calling Yoga Nidra as non-sleep deep rest protocol. When you do Yoga Nidra, you're just closing your eyes, you're sitting still, you're just placing your attention all over your body parts one by one until you achieve a state of relaxation or a sense of sleepiness. Now, if you are a person afflicted with panic attacks, you might want to become scared with the idea that you have to close your eyes and you have to still your body down for about 10 or 15 minutes. But you have to muster up some courage in order to overcome your panic attacks. It's not going to go away just like that. You have to put in some effort. When I had panic attacks 4 years ago, I could not sit still for even 1 minute. But back then, I was going through a medical school in Nepal. I was going to become a doctor. I had a reputation to protect in front of my friends and my colleagues. I had a career to build. I did not want to go to therapy sessions and anxiety pills because they were not going to treat the root cause of my problem. So I turned towards mind. I turned towards spirituality. I turned towards how to upgrade my state of consciousness. I studied spiritual mentors from the East. I studied a lot of books from the manifestation experts from the West. And that's how I came to realize that you can completely change your life through just yoga nidra and proper visualization. So that's what I'm going to teach you in this video. Yoga nidra, I've already told you, right? What it does is it destroys your analytical mind. Now, all the visualization, all the affirmations, all the mental rehearsal that you're going to perform by your conscious mind is going to go right into your subconscious mind. If you program your subconscious mind to be an amazing friend of yours, then your physical reality must change as well. So after you do yoga nidra, what you're going to do is you visualize various kinds of scenarios filled with all sorts of sensory vividness that signifies to your subconscious mind that you're already healed. For example, you can imagine a act where you are with your friends, your family, your girlfriend, or if you're not dating someone, you just create a beautiful girl in your imaginal act, and they are all complimenting you on how peaceful, on how relaxed you have become lately. And they are even asking you questions like, John, please tell us your secret. You're changed as a human being so fast. What's your secret? Maybe you can imagine that you're drinking coffee, you're smelling the aroma of coffee, and you're saying to yourself, wow, I finally can drink coffee again because I am free from panic attacks. Do everything in your imaginal act that you currently cannot do because you're inflicted with panic attacks. And provide all the sensory vividness to that imaginal scene. Because your brain is so objective that it cannot differentiate between a strongly visualized imaginal act, which is provided with sensory vividness, and an experience that you have in this three-dimensional world. Now your brain is going to create neural networks that reflect like all these wonderful things are actually happening to you in real time. All these wonderful events that signify that you're now free is actually happening to you. That's what your brain thinks. And if you can hold your attention and place your attention on this imaginal act over and over again, you keep mentally rehearsing them over and over again, you are going to make the neural networks permanent. And when that happens, the neural networks are going to send a rush of chemicals down your body. These chemicals are going to create feelings in your body, feelings that are equivalent to whatever you have imagined. For example, you have imagined that you're kissing your girl, you're touching her, you're smelling her perfume, you're hearing her say to you, wow, John, you're so powerful, you're so peaceful. You are going to feel the emotions of joy, gratitude, empowerment, confidence, right? Your only job is to be able to sustain these elevated emotions for a long enough period of time that anxiety and panic attacks are just going to fall off of your body, because negative emotions cannot coexist with the positive emotions of joy, gratitude, empowerment. So if you are able to hold your attention on this wonderful imaginal act and derive feelings from them, you completely overcome your panic attacks. And the best part is, these feelings are going to breathe life into your imaginal act. Neville Goddard, a very prominent spiritual leader of the West, said, feeling is the secret. What that means is, feelings are going to breathe life into your imaginal act, and whatever you have imagined in this wonderful visualization of yours after you do yoga nidra, all of these things are actually going to materialize into your physical universe. But it's not even about that. It's only about embodying these elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, empowerment, because that alone is going to help you. And the bonus is, all of your imaginal act is going to come to life. How cool is that? You become a magnet for all the wonderful circumstances in your life simply because you have visualized all the wonderful things happening to you. This is how you completely overcome your panic attacks and you make your life amazing. Now, if you want one-on-one personalized coaching from me, then message me on my Gmail or my WhatsApp, which are linked in the description box down below and also the pinned comment section down below. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.